Let's get on target.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
The MDT Skypod Triple-Pull Bipod has some insane capabilities we're going to look at in this video. Gavin here from UltimateReloader.com. I'm back with Travis Fox. Thank you for joining us, Travis.
Hi, Gavin. Thanks for having me. Good to see you guys.
This video is intense. What we have here is the MDT Gen 2 Skypod Triple-Pull. This thing is totally insane. And what we're going to talk about in this video is we're going to cover the features that this Skypod implements. There's a lot of different adjustability options on this thing. We're talking about the flexibility. We're going to do some field shooting, try it out both with the 22 GT here and the big, the bad, the 300 PRC. This thing is weighed down. This thing weighs over 26 pounds. This is a big boy. We wanted to do a lightweight and a heavyweight. Share how this Skypod Triple-Pull Gen 2 fits into the larger family of MDT bipod offerings, and then talk about how Travis plans to use this. That's a lot to cover in one video.
Let's do it, though. You know, we got some great stuff to talk about on this one. So first off, this is not my first rodeo with the Skypod bipod.
Yep.
So I have here my first gen Skypod that I purchased when they first came out. I was like, I first saw that thing and I was like, ooh, that thing looks pretty cool. And I bought it and I have been super happy with it. I do have a few add-ons on it. Got some Atlas leg extensions, few little doodads here and there to make it a little bit better. But now MDT has the triple pull, and I've been drooling over these for quite a while because they're cool. They are not for the budget shooter.
Nope.
They are expensive.
Nope.
But they have more features than any other bipod for our type of shooting than I've seen. The leg extensions, just the whole capabilities of it are just awesome. So let's talk about all these different adjustments that we do on this.
So this is what I would call a 5-axis adjustment capability. We're going to go through all of the 5 different primary adjustments that you can make with this. So first, we've got the folding axis. So there's 3 different positions. They can be folded forward, which could be for transit. It could be when you're shooting off of a barricade. You've got angled, which is kind of at the 45-degree angle. That's when you might want to get a little bit lower. That's the lowest position that you can have. Yep. And then, of course, you can extend the legs, to make micro adjustments there. And then this is the down position here. This is where you're going to get maximum extension, maximum height if you need to get, the legs fully extended and whatnot. Second axis is the lockable pan. This is really cool. So if you're shooting and you want to look left and look right, there's a sliding plate here, and you can fluidly pan left and right, or you can lock it so that the legs remain forward. You don't go from one stage to another with the legs shooting off to the side or whatever.
That is a Gen 2 feature. That is not on the Gen 1.
Yes, and there's an integrated barricade stop on the back, which is a nice feature there. Okay, third is cant, and this is where you've got a tension knob here. You've got your bubble level. You're looking out of the corner of your eye. You're going to be able to get your cant set just right so that your reticle is level. This is super critical for long-range shooting.
You need to have that reticle in alignment, definitely.
Yep.
Very important.
Number 4 is spread. So there's 3 different positions where you can have them pointing more straight down, a little bit further spread apart, and then spread fully like you can see here. With it fully spread, you've got a lot of stability. It's a very wide setup. That's one of the things I first noticed about the Skypod was, whoa, those legs can get really far apart.
I shoot with it like that in the prone a lot because I find that you just get those feet out. It just is far more stable that way. I even shot an F-class match with that one time, just with the legs splayed way out like that. I felt very stable on it.
And I was surprised when I've used this type of bipod how stable it is. You'd think with things really widespread, it's
surprisingly stable.
Maybe springy vertically, not at all. And then we've got the leg extensions. And here we've got 3 different buttons. You can pull the legs to extend them as many clicks as you want up to the maximum. And then you can push the buttons to retract them.
Right.
So
Yeah, so no buttons need to be pushed to extend.
Yep.
To retract, you then push these buttons here, and that will collapse it in.
So let's talk height range. So here's all of the adjustments all shown at once.
Yeah.
All 5 axes. That's kind of crazy. So the height adjustment, if you want to get down to the bare minimum, you're going to put the legs forward.
Forward.
Yep.
Collapsed all the way.
Yep.
In a forward position. It's pretty low. I can't get this low when I shoot, but 7 3/4 approximately. When we're measuring this, by the way, we're putting a level on here. We want to make sure the firearm was in a level position so we could get right where the bore was. And then we raise this thing all the way up. We got to 38.5 inches. So for that high kneeling shot or that, if you're shooting downhill at an angle and you need that height up to get the barrel up to where you need to be. So there's just, honestly, it's a little bit mind-boggling, all the adjustments you can make on this. Competitors, if you use this thing, you need to take it out in your yard or wherever, sit down in your basement and figure out all the adjustments on it and figure out how many ways you can do this thing, because it's almost like endless.
Yeah, so to get that maximum height, we had minimum spread. We had the legs pointed down rather than that forward 45 cant. And then we extended both legs to their maximum extent. Now, if you click both one to lower it, that's a little bit less leg extension. You get about an inch of height resolution with one click on each side. Now, if we did one click on one side and nothing on the other, very easy to adjust your cant to compensate for that.
Just get a 1/2 inch.
Yeah, you get about a 1/2 inch, and that makes it extremely flexible. You're going to be able to make up for that with your shooting position, your bag, if you're using a pillow, whatever it is, to do that type of shooting. So quite a bit of different options. And then, of course, you can have one leg completely retracted and one leg completely extended if you're on an uneven hill scenario. Yeah. Lots of different things. So with that gives you kind of an idea of all of the different adjustments. Why don't we next go up to the ridge line and put this thing through its paces with some live fire.
Let's go shoot.
So here we are on the top of the mountain at the Ultimate Reloader Ridgeline range. We've got the Skypod Triple-Pull basically as it came out of the box.
It's got that new car smell to it.
Yeah. And this is the 300 PRC full custom I built here on the channel. It's got the MDT ACC long action. It's loaded down with a ton of weights. It's actually a pleasure to shoot. Why don't we head over and do some prone shooting to start out?
Let's do it.
Nice.
You try it?
Yeah. Let's trade. You holding dead center?
Yep, dead center.
Oh, yeah.
That thing just punishes.
How about we do some positional with the 22 GT?
Yeah, you brought the 22 GT with you?
Yep,
Let's
absolutely.
do that.
So we've got a 200-yard target down here.
Downhill.
Yep.
So let's pretend this is a coyote.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into
definitely.
position here. I'm gonna see, so I'm gonna extend, I'm gonna bring this leg down, extend it all the way.
Yep.
Bring this one out here. Let's see where I need to go here. So here's the thing, look at this, it's on, so this one's out to the side all the way, and bring this one, I can bring it down more.
And then you've got your tilt as well to compensate. I like it.
So if I bring my bag in here, support bag. I'd take a shot on a coyote like that. That works pretty well like that.
Nice.
I like that.
Well, and this could also be an NRO hunter stage, right?
Absolutely. This would be great.
Yep.
Yeah, let's take this on here. See what happens.
Ears. Nice. That was centered up. Awesome. Coyote's gone, dude. Can I try?
Yeah.
Okay, got plenty of shots here. I'll just jump in.
That's so fun.
You make this look easy, Travis.
No, just practice. Kids, dry fire practice.
Oh man,
every
you sound
day.
like a bad piano teacher here. Center mass?
Center.
Oh, you're making this look easy, dude.
Yeah. 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 That's
Nice.
6 for 6, dude.
All right. That is amazing.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
6 for 6.
Yeah.
On that funky angle. Yeah, that's cool.
That's 2 coyotes dead. So I found this spot here where you're just not going to be able to prone out. We got to get up off the ground a little bit. I think it's about a little over 200 yards.
How about sitting? You think it'll work sitting?
It would work sitting or kneeling, I think.
Kneeling, okay.
Let's see what we get when we get into position here.
Where was it at? You were
Right
talking?
here.
Right up here.
So see between the trees there?
Oh yeah, that little ipsic down there?
Yeah.
That's not gonna be easy.
No, not from here. Not from this position.
All right, so, yeah, boy, I lose it here. I gotta do kind of a high kneeling.
Okay.
I mean, I've gotta be, let's see if I can get high enough here. So. Ooh, right over the crest of that hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get any lower. I'd have to shoot from this. So this is a great example of how this thing gets nice and high and it's super.
Yep.
I mean, look, we're shooting prone. Now I'm out here like this.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is triple pull territory right here.
Let's make this happen.
And this is totally something a match director would do to you in a stage.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Impact.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I got kind of close to your break. I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
That is a tough shot.
That is a really tough shot. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that is totally awesome.
Okay, we're back. Man, that was fun, huh?
That was a lot of fun.
Little springtime action up on the ridgeline. We were finally able to get up there after the snow's gone and just stretch our legs and stretch the guns out a little bit here. That
Absolutely.
was great. Thanks.
And starting with the big, the bad, the 300 PRC. This is a 26-pound rifle. It's got an MDT ACC chassis with the full weight kit, Kelby's Atlas Tactical action. It's got a benchmark barrel. The thing is weighed down, which was
Pretty
my
heavy.
goal. I wanted a 300 PRC that we could shoot comfortably.
Yep.
And to do that, you need a lot of weight, which is kind of a good test of the Skypod Triple-Pull
Yeah.
in a prone position.
Yeah. So we got it. We threw it down there, engaged this target. It was only like 330, and just punished that plate with a 300 PRC. But the thing is this thing is so stable with that heavy gun, and under recoil, it doesn't really move or flex on you at all. And Follow-up shots were simple and easy. I didn't have to readjust. It just stayed planted and it stayed stable. So I don't know, what were your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm used to shooting that rifle with a bipod that has a narrower stance. And this made a huge difference with just how planted the rifle felt. And I was wondering with such a wide spread if it would have a kind of vertical springing action at all. But no, when those feet dig into the ground and you've got the weight of the rifle there, it is completely rock solid. And I was able to make micro adjustments for elevation with the rear bag like you do.
Yeah, it works
good stuff.
very, very well. So then we take it off the heavy gun and we go to the 22 GT that Gavin built. This is a great gun. You want to go over this build on this again?
We've got Bat Bumblebee ultra lightweight aluminum action. This is a short action. We've got a Benchmark, their new carbon barrel technology. This is a patented technology. Salmon River Solutions 2-port titanium brake. It only weighs like a little over an ounce. It's amazing little guy here. And then the XLR Element. This is the Magnesium 4.0 chassis, integrated bubble level. It's got the carbon grip. I have the carbon buttstock for it. I put this on for the bag rider when we were shooting it off the bench.
Yeah.
And shooting it on the bench is fun, but man, when you get this out into its element, into this hunting environment, this NRL hunter type scenario, this is where things really come alive.
Yeah. So we go over to this side hill, and as you guys saw, and we pull it out.
Which happens to me all the time in the field. When I'm hunting rock chucks, for instance, this is a very like everyday type scenario.
Yeah,
is the need to do the side hill thing.
Yeah, we're not carrying a bench around with us. It's just random. You have to build a position with whatever you want. And you know, a lot of times you're like, throw my backpack down or try and find a tree to build off of or something. Well, this thing, I'm like, right off the hillside, extend a leg, put it out here short, and it's kind of offset. Boom, I'm in position. And I was like, wow, that was nice. It made it super easy to build that position.
Yeah, what's cool about that is you can almost instantaneously extend the leg way out, but then you've also got the sweep of the spread, and that gives you even more versatility on your vertical or positioning.
Yeah,
and
I think we counted 27 clicks on these things. It comes all the way out and all these different positions. I don't know, there's a ton of ways you can put this thing together.
It didn't take you long, and you were 3 for 3. And then you made me do it, which I was very excited to do because, like I said, I hadn't done field shooting with the 22 GT. And yes, you had set the rifle up, but man, I just sat behind the rifle and I felt like I was completely comfortable. And I was 3 for 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
nice.
6 for 6, dude.
All right.
Yeah. Well, so Gavin can build good shooting rifles. I guess maybe I'm learning how to build a shooting position sometimes.
Yeah. At this point, I put on my match director hat and I thought, how can I make Travis's life difficult, right? So I found this spot. You had to kind of look between two trees, and there was some terrain in the way. I thought, okay, so this is where we're going to get into that sort of maximum leg extension.
Yep.
You know, sort of kneeling, some sort of kneeling position, and the position you built. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah. So I walk over there and I'm like, oh yeah, this is okay. I'll just do this and I'll kneel down. I'll get in like a sitting or kneeling while I get down in position. And I'm like, as soon as I do that, I'm like, oh, I can't see the target. So I had to get in this like kind of high kneeling position where I had to keep my body very upright on my knees. I tried sitting on my bag, couldn't do that. So I was able to brace on the bipod and shoot down onto the target.
About 220 yards or so?
Yeah, it was about 220 yards, a little IPSC plate. And it worked great. And I was like, wow, this thing is just super versatile.
I noticed you taking your time with the shots too, and there was this slight loading action. I was watching you from the side, and I think you were like 2 out of 3 on that.
Yeah, I did miss the second shot, I think, on that one. Yeah.
I would take that score on a stage in an NRL Hunter match for sure. Yeah.
I would caution people on when the legs are fully extended like that, you wouldn't want to load too much onto that bipod. You do get some flex on it, but with some smart use, way versatile.
Yeah, definitely just the first chapter of our shooting, but
very successful.
Demonstrated the attributes of this bipod.
Yeah.
So let's look at the rest of the bipods from MDT.
There's a lot to choose from.
So I stole this directly from the MDT website. They have a lot of bipod offerings.
Yeah, the decisions are big to make, but there's a lot to choose from. So figure out what you're going to shoot with, how you're going to use the bipod, and kind of go from there. They have a lightweight MDT ground pod for hunting,
which we'll be showing on the channel.
Yep.
Wait for that later.
And it goes all the way up to the triple pull here, and there's everything in between. There's lightweight double pull, lightweight single pull. There's single short, and there's heavy duty versions. So there's kind of a big spectrum to choose from.
Yep. And if you click on that first link in the video description, we will have links to the various MDT product pages for each of these offerings and kind of give you a summary of the different features. They've, I feel like, really thought out the problem domain of support with the bipod and really worked on. I know they work very closely with the precision rifle shooting community to develop these products and to fine tune which offerings are. And then there's all of the aftermarket parts as well, like what you've got on your Gen 1. Yeah. Tell me this, what do you plan on using this for now that we've got it in the shop?
Well, I plan on taking this bipod with me everywhere I go because I see some real versatility in this. I would take this to a PRS match and potentially use it on maybe not all stages, but some stages with some of these funky barricades. Definitely, I will be taking this to the NRL Hunter match with me, 100% for sure. I also really see a lot of value in this bipod in a hunting scenario. Now, it's not the lightest. If I was going to be out, you know, hunting mountain goats or something like that, I probably would not be taking this one with me. It's a little bit heavier. It's the heaviest one. But for most of the hunting that we would do around here, I see a lot of value in this thing. I know that I could make a lot of funky shooting positions significantly better with this bipod. The one thing we didn't get to talk about is on the mount here. This you can get a couple different mounts of this, but this mount that we have goes onto an ARCA rail, and it also has the ability to go onto a Picatinny rail. Yeah. Whereas the original one I have, my head is only Really Right Stuff ARCA rail type scenario, but this one that we got, so you guys might want to look at that. That is another option that you can get when you're picking out your bipod, the different head that you can get on there, so be aware of that also.
And in fact, we just showed the Salmon River Solutions Hunter rail, right?
Yeah, this thing would be awesome on there.
That's got ARCA on it, it's got Picatinny on it, so obviously you could use it either way you wanted, you know. Here's what we want to know from you is, are you running a Skypod, whether it be a single, double, or triple pull, whether it be a lightweight or a standard or a short PRS version? Let us know which one you've got, what you're using it for, and how you like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to fight over this, I guess, from now on.
You can have that one.
Okay.
Go away.
Thank you for watching. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, make your voice heard. If you have something to say, please drop a comment. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications because you're not going to want to miss the awesome content that is coming up. And finally, flex your reloading pride. You could look great in one of these t-shirts. We've got multiple designs at the Ultimate Reloader store. I'll see you later because I'm off to go shooting.